Vision. Every second at the society they make headline and they issue them can up now we aid even for clear them can skanga.
In Sierra Leone, a new drug is turning young people into zombies.
So it's important for broke down the issue today for let the public understand.
Now that's make they bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interviews on the big issues.
Sierra Leone authorities said Monday that 20 people were killed and nearly 2,000 prisoners escaped during Sunday's attack on the capital.
To sport.
What a fairy tale story here. There they are, the champions of Africa.
And entertainment and simple tourism with plenty other issues.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride through the day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
Every weekday on Slick Television, Channel 37 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slick Television.
Every day is a new opportunity for be a better person. It's another day here in a Slick TV studio, and I want to say a WCW to all the beautiful ladies out there. But again, waiting, I feel like it's your interest, politics. That's what we talk about today. Hello and welcome to the Today Show here on Slick Television, Channel 37. You can also join us on Facebook at Slick TV, website at slicktv.com, and follow us on all social media handles. I am Rabiatu Mansai, and quick one we quote for today, it say, democracy is not just about winning. It's about the freedom to participate. Silencing small parties is silencing voices that still matters. Let's just go over them again for proper understanding there. It said democracy not just for win, about freedom for participate. Silence for lock more small party there. Now you silence the voices them. We safe actually then thoughts for make waves. So our conversation today at tripartite recommendation 70 political parties that don't win at local and national elections to be removed from register by PPRC. Waiting more entails that. We'll be right back after the break.
You don't tire for yeri boku talk with no substance or sweet talk with plenty lie inside. Then now, na the term for strip the headlines bare and tell the story just like it is. Brutally Frank goes where others won't, exposing the real stories behind the headlines.
We tackle issues of maximum importance to the growth of Sierra Leone, from politics to the economy, agriculture, education, health, and tourism.
By serving as your voice in asking the why, where, how, and when questions to the people them we responsible. This na Brutally Frank.
This is Brutally Frank. Showing every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Slick TV, Channel 37,
and streaming live on our Facebook page and official website.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Are you ready?
You know hide again, I'm the only set. I still a beat, but all the man is sky for sees me breath. Not so you were honest, go make a feel say you fearful. You type tiger to me.
I mix off pasta bolo, they make I bend. I been shit like that bench with and dish for bear. This na funeral term. Me name is Sayumot. Get for sour like lem. You pretend. Before you say me name, I hope you get you the first.
Let there be lights and the world come with victory. The one for chase the king, but I kill and above him. Hope you are the best, well you don't meet you worse. For come against me, now you depth you don't trust. You know they able to the crown, me load not the 58.
I dey talk a massa go. If that breeze sky fan, I waiting on my tower. Long high body, head big like Ilondo. Now me left for am, all in baby where you know. Cut the talk shots, but I'm batting for gonna do? Now they talk soft, sir.
Mahmuda, you dey do the money na for pack am. I want son, I will let the balance, I go bank am. Na much skin dey talk, we make it skin dey yeri. Be na jogama, I see boyama. I need Cali locks in a bring me.
Because for rappers beside Sam, a big chap, and it's PIUT day for next time, and skin slap. Nothing on the poiler, catch you like an ass, water pot and the beggar. All the baby them are the knock Mr. Fella.
Did you know, say, there's part of the 1991 Constitution we cater for the right to vote and to be voted for? Since the 1991 Constitution, they don't get so many elections them so far. Nasalon spanning from 1996 upwards, we cater for multi-party democracy. I mean, the involvement of more political parties in the political arena. Now, this is the twist. Inside 2023, we see, say, about 13 Sierra Leoneans them take up the mantle for actually rule Salone, and we're made to understand that it was actually a total of 17 political parties were actually registered compared to 2018 elections. Now we're done with elections. Results came out. Out of 13 names or 13 people there, only 4 tend forgets one go say arguably a pleasing number where one go actually ask the question, is there a need for more for population for about 8 million people there or so? Now we're done with election. Fast forward to the current situation right now. Recommendation inside Tripartite's Secretariat say, I mean, if some of these parties fail for win like twice, then tend for actually go. Now the big question is, are we still practicing multi-party democracy, or it's just a theory on paper, considering the actual reality that out of that 13 political parties, only 2 tend to get seats inside the well of parliament. But waiting this really mean, let me join Almami Kamara, when part of the communications expert, now the Tripartite Secretariat. Let's say we want 2 things that is worthy to note.
That is what the recommendations say. So we at the Secretariat now for coordinates the implementation of that recommendation day. You know, the report, the Tripartite report, contain 80 recommendations. 79 of those recommendations they're under implementation. The number 80 of the recommendations already get for do with the setting up of the Secretariat, where they established so now, where they coordinate the implementation of the recommendations there. So as you yourself don't talk now, so that recommendation they say, and we all work now for implement the recommendation, because the recommendations they are not to we make them, not to the Secretariat creates them. Their recommendations here now the creation of government of Salone and the main opposition APC party. Now then create all them, now then be sit down and write their recommendations there. So we all work now for implement them just as it did. So they're on consultation now with the relevant authorities them. Consulting with PPRC, consulting with ECSL, consulting with the very political parties them all now. All registered political parties them, consult with Human Rights Commission, consult with APC as main opposition party, consult with government. So we all go sit down back and say, well, this recommendation now so is say, how do we go about them? You understand them? So what we pull from all them consultations then they now in with the work with as a secretariat. I mean, this is clear, and this is the honest view of all the registered political parties. They know like this particular recommendation when naturally, because anything where they talk say for pull you now you sit, you not go gladdy bottom, you not go leg bottom. In fact, I remember the time we'll get some consultation with all registered upper executive, all registered political party. Now PPRC conference, so now all that meeting there, all political parties present there spoke against recommendation 70 and then tell you they go challenge them. So you see, that's the opinion, that's the view, that's the standpoint coming from the registered political parties. They're not like them at all. And naturally, you know why? Because you want for the things say it disadvantage them. So yes, you will not implement them in implement this recommendation in isolation. So need for consult again all stakeholders, all parties relevant to the conversation for able to arrive at which we all go gripper and say now this we for work with. Salon don't they use first past the post system or proportional representation. Now then say make the people and decide whose system then go want for use by the election. Is it first past the post or proportional representation? So forget this decision from the public. We all almost 10 consultations them with all about 4 na free here. We get for do the EMBs them, that are election management bodies and ONM security sector, interreligious council, all registered political parties, including the main opposition party, and then with an expert panel consultation will happen at Freeton. Now don't go to the region. We also talk to all the regions. Now Northwest region, we get consultation there, South, East, and Southeast, of course, and then we'll get one now Western rural when Waterloo. So we don't consult here at all. Now all in consultations there, they lead we now to the national dialogue. We will take place Thursday, 9 o'clock. Now Bintumani Conference International Conference Center. Just for go continue for take this decision about whose electoral system we will continue for use per election. So now I tell you say we will go for do back by this recommendation 70 where they say for the registered political party them if they not win parliamentary seats for 2 consecutive years. So ultimately they do the consult, so they ask people ask questions, ask opinion, involve the public, involve the people since now the decision what they decide upon now in the secretariat go work with. You understand? And just like how they try for do the thing for do with the electoral system. Now so the recommendation say on a whole national dialogue, on a whole national conversation on this subject matter. So it means to say bring Salon people all put them in one place and talk to them. Some not going for calm, but they go do write an opinion on the subject matter, go do an opinion piece or position paper. CSOs then, some part them we don't do position paper. Now so other professional bodies then go do also paper on this subject matter. So all of them paper and then consultations then the outcome of them we go put them together and write one big document. You know, where we will take forward to say, now these Salon people and say they want. Now the tripartite report, now in creates this office. So not all the office creates the tripartite report or do the tripartite report. So we all know we take part by the development of the report. So the report we meet and it don't fix. So the secretariat now they can implement the report or can coordinate the implementation of the report. So not whether we want them or we not want them. Now so it don't now so it don't fix. So we now can implement or coordinate the implementation of all waiting inside the report. So we coordinate the implementation of them.
Welcome back. That's not one of the communications experts there and now the tripartite secretariat. And now here in the studio, I got with me Ibrahim Sori Sisewe, a National Secretary General, All Political Parties Association, and Saliu Kamara, spokesperson, National Elections Watch New. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to the Today Show.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us.
On the first time we're there.
No, yeah, in this studio.
Yeah. First day.
And on the can on the radio.
Okay, feel free. So how is home? I mean, yeah, how we are?
Yeah, it's good. I don't even give me verdict as I enter.
Okay.
Very good, spacious, beautiful, everything.
All right. Let's start with you, Ibrahim Sori. Since now they look at the umbrella body for all the political parties. Then, I mean, one could say this is not new. So one to understand how much you appreciate this, or what this actually mean for the political parties generally.
Oh, well, good afternoon again, viewers. So we, as political party, as you rightly say, political party, obviously, we get the platform which we make for exist as political party. We get the authority from the 1991 Constitution where clearly spell out Section 35, subsection 1, we show waiting at the role of political party, waiting make political party for the established. It gets three components, three aspects of it. The first one are for help for shape the political will of the people, able for disseminate information on social economic program of national character. And then the third one are for ensure say mobilize resources for sponsor candidates for both president, parliamentary and local council. So looking at this whole, putting it into context, just as you rightly say, how best we appreciate this process, that the tripartite process, which bring about the tripartite recommendations. We will get 80 recommendations. Of course, we wholeheartedly accept them because we feel, say, as a country, we want to move forward. We get certain things the way it be to say, we get to get them right. His Excellency the President, just after the election, where he go to the state of opening of Parliament, they make him say, yes, indeed, there is a need for we look at the electoral laws and able for review so that we able to get reforms, because we all are aware and know say just after the 2020 elections, we get series of controversies between the main opposition party and also the ruling party for they accept the election result and other parties there. So we see say that controversy be there. And waiting lead to some of them Tiana because of we need to get certain laws them, we get them right. So it go make that provision for let not create doubt or suspicion in the electoral systems and processes they're moving forward. So in a nutshell, as an association, we wholeheartedly accept that there is a need for reform, for review the electoral laws, both the ECSL and the PPIC, they act for ensure say able for meet the current trend of things that are really happen now, so that we're able to get sanity and one for reach to that stage we are in, we're able for build up with institutions so that we're able to promote future electoral problems. Then
so if I get you straight, Ibrahim, so for build up for reach with the trend, you're saying una accept the recommendation 70 for deregister political parties, political parties?
As in a nutshell, I put and say we accept the reason for the recommendation for review electoral laws, because the essence for the tripartite formation, I just want to build the foundation there, that there is a need. We political party, we all accept, say yes, there is a need for look at electoral laws. But looking at electoral laws, of course, political parties, we get 17 registered political parties after the election. Some parties, they don't make, I would say, no amplify their voice or not say certain things there, because we get some parties, we get a constructive approach as to how they engage government.
Are they kind of quick? Constructive approach how they engage government, so they kind of come to Saliu. I mean, for somebody they come off from National Elections Watch, which means now not open eye to all the elections so they happen right now that the country how they happen so far. I mean, how much should I appreciate this kind of a recommendation in the first place?
Well, the recommendation, I'm sure, it not come from a vacuum. A whole lot of things actually don't happen. But when the tripartite committee communications expert when they talk, or they mention about the 2023 elections, or I don't know any, they make your introductions. So we don't know whether this recommendation is based on the 2023 elections or previous elections who don't come before that. Waiting to mention specifically the 2023 elections, because if you look at the system of elections we use, the electoral system we use 2023, the PR system, then you look at the threshold of 11.9%. So certainly if we use them as a yardstick, for at least we arrive to this conclusion, they will be unfair to some of the smaller political parties. Because it's really, really very difficult if you get that threshold there, no matter how them parties that they get support, it's not go easy for at least they make this. Then apart from that, this is not to caution who they just answer with a yes or no. Because if you look at the important role where political parties then get, we get certain questions we for ask. If we're able to answer the questions, that will able to help you in the first place. We form political parties purposely for winning elections, no? Or other things that they apart from winning the elections. If other things that they apart from winning the election, then now look at them things then they. I know say the last conversation will take place now where me participate. Now a conversation about the effectiveness of political parties after elections.
Yes.
I feel say that one for actually be of focus. Lord, no, why is it that the political parties they when elections they have them plenty? But when they done, as the election done, so they all don't go back. It's not about the registering the political parties. I don't believe say that will really solve the problem. But for let not succeed by election, let not be the entire factor who they look for, let at least with the register. Let's look at other factors as well.
Those factors and so on.
And we'll look at the functions of, political parties. Political parties, they form them for me, they create a platform for citizens' political engagement. They form them for let them play a part by civic and political education. For instance, now they talk about, the consultation where they go around the country on the electoral system, type of electoral system we want. I feel say political parties now their own responsibilities as well. Enough for just left hand to tripartite, enough for just left hand to ECSL, even themselves. Because I'll tell you, some people and they listen more to the voices of the political parties than some people they come up from any other person. But from when this thing starts, I don't know why I not ever meet political parties bringing the membership together, say, okay, Lord can educate you now. Lord just make Lord understand the pros and cons of the electoral system, see how they get, so that they will make informed position. And quite a good number of other things than they. We expect the political parties for me to engage the membership so that they go educate them politically. So when they take edition from that informed position. So I feel saying that some of the issues they are they look at, rather than for say, if we contest election 1 or 2 terms, then you know go through. Then for the register, you I not believe saying that. How effective they are. And the good thing is that before elections, political parties are required to do certain things. Even now, the ruling SLPP, they just don't conclude the lower level elections. Meaning they expect them to put structures in place across the country. So all political parties, when they participate by election, they do that. So how effective their structures are they after the elections?
So Sally, with all this what you don't mention, so one will actually ask, do we actually need those 13 political parties coming on board for we can have a population we'll get?
Yes, well, if you ask me, coming from the National Election Watch, our mandate not only for observe elections, but also get a mandate for make sure say we enhance citizens' participation in the space. So if you close or you make a rigid conditions for the registration of political parties, it means also they close that space there where people can get for act. But the number of political parties to me not in a problem.
Okay.
But for make sure say the conditions the way they put, they follow them, and we or the institution they were supposed to monitor the implementation of the thing there, they say do that without bias. Because you see some political parties, a good number of them, like my brother say, when the elections done, as they don't do elections no more, the political party go there, but now just one person now they carry the whole political party now in aid. But this political party begins structures on the ground where make una go through the registration or electoral process. So at the end of the day, whether they check, whether they follow up or they
So this is exactly what I want to send to Ibrahim. Sorry, I mean, whether they check, whether they follow, is it that una responsible about just say no more? Okay, 2023 don't come. Joe Bana go, Joe Santigi go. After 2023, una see Joe Bana again, una see Joe Santigi again. Una mandates cost on una self get boundary.
All right, I think I'll be the lay premise. Sorry, I'll be the lay premise. We are not be finished when you ask for the.
Yes.
Expand on if really we need plenty political parties. In fact, I would say Salonia currently, if you look at the sub-region, we get small political parties that exist. The question here is, as they say, what we really need for focus, we really need for pay emphasis into political party, because we feel say political party we need to institutionalize them for ensure say they're able to function well, because now then they form government. For the fact that you're not able to give out what you don't get. But if you're able to build the essence of political partner for ensure say they're able to serve as viable and credible institutions, we're able to take up the mantle of the state. So in other words, instead of we focus for say, let's set criteria or conditions that we rigid for the registered political parties there. Of course, like what Mr. said, say, not so that now the mandates why political parties are established. For instance, the only thing we need for do now for make sure say again maybe since we get a reading for redefine again political parties for really understand what's in the role they're supposed to play. Political party supposed to be, you understand, like a platform we go able for help governance for able for function and move well. We get some parties that like they say so, where we don't focus on certain programs and get their own ideology. Some of them believe, then get wealth of experience and resource people that way pertaining to health or education or environment or other things.
How many of them are out of that 13 there?
So no, specifically, I would tell you like the NGC. The NGC be the focus on the economy. They see time when they come in, they go to market and they ask for price and things there. So they're well grounded in the areas and they. So what would they try for say in governance and the nutshell? If you party A can have governance, for make sure say we focus for ensure say how do we ensure to invest in political parties so that we're able to make them as a viable and credible institution. We're going for help governance. Rather than focus here, we set criteria say for just coming and run for election if they fail for gain, seats in both parliament and council, therefore they register them. Mind you, we really need for focus on also with political history. What it take we back way then. If you look at what the TRC, they recommend some of the report, it talk about say now because of one party system, one party regime, will not be they get diverse opinion. People they'll not be able to make their voice heard. They'll not be get that kind of freedom for associate themselves to political party where they want and make their voice, for amplify their voice. So these are some of the recommendations will be come out from the TRC report. And if you look at even the 1991 Constitution, you look the spirit behind the creation of the 1991 Constitution for law move from one party to a multi-party democracy. It tells you say we want for extensive broad in participation for ensure say we get different shades of opinion into the political discourse for ensure say we're able to make we country as a better place. So the focus here is people not to understand why I say people, the public, as to waiting as some of the challenges the political party in the face with regards to after election, why they see like some can go dormant. Not in actual sense that they go dormant. Just like waiting Mr. Selu, they say, we get parties just after the tripartite recommendation when they don't recommend that. In fact, on the 17th and the 18th, last month, we'll be then on a 2 days retreat with all the other parties that were out of this process of this tripartite recommendation. We don't look at all 80 proposed recommendations because, mind you, these are just recommendations coming from the APC and the government.
And the SPP.
Yeah. So we get the other parties that will feel say then self-able for provide meaningful discussion into the process, into governance, into how we will build up, for ensure say we will for protect the future integrity of our electoral systems and processes. So in that way, parties can come out for make sure say they're able to contribute to the political discussion. But just because of that kind of system, we don't go and say as how they don't define and say opposition party, whatever case we need for going oppose. Just like APA as the platform, we get series of on some of them things and see how they go focus and policy towards national development, right? So parties then get so many roles when they do after election, but just because of they not get that financial capacity for move across like the parties that we don't kind of governance. So that challenge is in the face. So party they all this time don't they seek forget, public finance for political party. And in another discussion will they take for another day.
So, yes. Sally, whilst when the talking mentioned so many things that we tend for make political parties there a little bit dormant. We go actually one for ask. Since we don't they watch and they see things. And amongst many we mentioned, it's in our finance capacity. And arguably the ordinary man go tell you say most of these people are coming on board because of the personal involvement with it.
Yeah, finance, but finance maybe it will be the outcome of another cause. You see, in any side way, you can for make sure say you enjoy the credibility of the people, especially you a leader. And waiting will make you enjoy the credibility of the people, your consistency on what you stand for. And consultations, you can for listen to the people. Whatever decisions you want for take, make sure say the people there on the know. He mentioned, a political party like NGC. Say NGC, they be focused on the economy, they're very good at it, and yes, because from time to time, they go to that market, they give you the prices of things, where all man they know, and then a radio.
Salila just come in quickly, he said, Dembi. You know when he said Dembi? It's like, Dembi they do, it's like they don't stop. Okay, yes, let's just...
So, Dembi they do, and where everybody may appreciate them, because they draw attention to how the economy they play, especially the basic things. Because that they go to market, they ask for the price of salt, then they ask for the price of pepper, then they ask for anything where the ordinary man wants for his daily existence. But whose time would they really last door? From when they say election done, is it that way election done, the things that are market they change again? Or is it that they don't deviate from the economic focus where they get? And some people in mind they follow them because of this stance where they take. They say, okay, I follow them because my own priority in the economy. And as he said, the NGC, they focus on the economy, so I follow them. But at the end of the day, after the elections, what you see, we know they see nothing, or they come up again. And the prices then, not even say they get better. In fact, the prices, the basic things, they get worse. So why they know the canal? So that alone, they became people they put question mark. Then the integrity, the issue of credibility, issue of integrity to the leadership, they became coming. And in that situation, if you say, well, they say, bring 1 cent, possibly they can't give penny. No, they know they don't because waiting do, they don't trust you. They don't believe, say, you really represent them well. Because if you represent them well, if you be consistent and the message will be known, they go. Because this message, now make them follow you. And if you want for change, yourself, make sure say, go back to them people and they. Now when they talk about the economy, but now the economy don't improve, or because other things that don't come, which so important past the economy, would they forget about the economy, would they focus on social side? So the people that they ask questions, then they know. So that is one. Then the issue we also talk about the political parties. This is it. This is not a big thing with this one. This tripartite, it challenge all of us, but it challenge more of the political parties and we civil society. We'll get for do something. If you look at the recommendation within the tripartite, they really but not to all who say we will implement. But I guess some key ones that if we implement them, then going forward, will they get better elections? We be to say will they conduct elections where everybody they accept the result. But we can for make sure say we push. And the political parties they are upper. We expect that I don't know also tell they don't do that. Even by now, apart from the consultation, where they invite them. Then supposed to invite the membership, they now say, come, this is very important. Invite the membership, not only the political leaders, but even the supporters. Bring them come to the table. Say this now in this. Waiting our own position in this. Then they read from the people. And once they read the voices of the people say they feel say, oh, our leaders are representing us. But we don't see that happen.
Ibrahim, you know, to tell you, say, I don't do that. I don't do a plan for you.
Yeah, what I want for say, I want for guide towards that. Just as I say this, up on the platform, where they bring all registered political parties in this country for ensure say we all able for speak with one voice. We able to harmonize all them views the way they come in. They will get one common position of national issues. When this recommendation, this tripartite recommendation don't come out, APA we don't meet, as I say, we don't look at all 80 recommendations. We don't accept 68 of the recommendation in there for say, yes, they need the taste for law gets, as well as electoral and legal reforms. You understand? So we don't reject 11 out of the recommendation in the recommendation on starting grounds because we feel say they get the tendency for undermine multi-party democracy and democratic culture in our country. So we get with justification why we reject them. We'll not just reject them no more, the leadership. We'll be getting a national discussion about a national conversation around the whole tripartite recommendation. We solicit views from all we membership right across the entire country. We come up with them position in 2 days. We would already do a formal presentation even to PPRC and ECSL because they self get for deal with some of the recommendations they speak towards their institution and they for institutional reform. We then get for implementing. So certain recommendation we don't reject, we already make we position clear. We not just reject before one for reject. We look at certain parameters because the essence which we want to achieve now for ensure say we will for advance and deepen with democracy. Now that one day now will focus. So now I make most times we're not in the try for say the problem here is the way our political party they don't define and say once you know form governance, opposition. I think that in another thing we'll get for discuss. Say opposition you just need for going. Any outside government do something, you go in and oppose. No, that's not our approach. Our approach here is now we say we are not looking at all those things. We want to make sure say just after election we focus on governance and development because we cannot change that thing again. Until when it can time for election, we get election, it get a process. After election, we say we always continue for talk about election. We get even the government when they don't elect, then we distract. So waiting our focus.
I go because check those in past.
No, we provide checks and balance. I say we are not focusing on election again. After election, we focus on development. Come to the time, we get a calendar. The ECSL make it clear. When that time they come, we want to be seen as political party. And I can say again, for that we get a way as to how they go for identify we based on how they operate. Waiting lacking na salo and even other side them. Now that kind of provision we are a political party and just get one focus for say, I for just go and gain state house. If you not gain state house, you forget say yourself get a role for play for ensure say you able for because we are representing our people. The people are the sovereign. So in other words, let we begin think of a way we are in we see political party. We avoid this battlefield politics where they play in politics. Where we are in, we don't say if you see this party not kind of power, everybody can for first for let him take state house. So we say now no. If I'm not fortunate for gain power, let me focus on waiting our your ideology base. We own program we go set for ensure so for help governance, help with people because in a nutshell it's about the people. So now that we are the one for focus.
But you agree with me, say any decision we go take, we go happen at the end of the day now get for to the Qatar.
Fine. Now make we they represent the people. Whatever way they can, political party, we go bear the responsibility because now they form governance. So that is why we therefore shape the political will and ensure say we able to disseminate vital information we able to promote both social, political and economic. So now that kind of role day we don't play. So as parties then we then say after election, then they see more of the whole. Then so many things in the political party they embark on. But most of the times, because of them program, then why I talk about resources we require. Some now for let we able for make sure say let we able for expand them all over because of limited resources. But from right to the one just after election, we don't engage on series of programs with PPRC and other civil society organizations there. We get for dearly speak towards reforms and how we able for promote with democracy.
Okay.
So parties then always on the come on board for ensure see them participate in them program. They look like what they have with last time during the time of the COVID. We see parties and they all over for ensure see them help tell people and say no, this is not about politics or anything. The same thing will happen to Ebola. Then they go around. So we've always been providing that guidance.
With democracy, the conversation will just start inside the studio. Now we'll join him, Benatu Bangara and John Abdullahi. Oh yeah, with Sierra Leoneans, then get to say about this.
John M. Abdullahi reports. Over 80 recommendations of the tripartite recommendation. Recommendation 70 say the Political Parties Act needs to be amended. That if any political party lost election or not win election in local or national level in 2 consecutive elections, that political party then needs to be disregistered. But however, let's go to the streets of Freetown and sound the views of Sierra Leoneans if they agree with the recommendations here.
To me, opinion, I no agree. I see like na strategy no more for let the 2 parties them they na power throughout, because we get some political party them way they not easy. They not get that kind of force they for say then go just win election that way they. But if then don't say some if political party stand two term, you know, win election if I come out, that means and say na strategy for make the 2 parties then they na power. May them continue for they na power throughout, because me not say na the 2 political parties then they no more where they get the crowd for make them win election. For me I say na like politics they want do no more for make the country just remain SLPP and APC. You just get for end pan these 2 political parties now they no more then we get for end up, because from independence now they no more they rule. SLPP, if not to SLPP, now APC. We then don't rule for 10 years. Now they were in this then they na long bench. They not say after this 5 years now then you turn. So now this no more we get for the, and with that day the country not go develop. Competition for the political party for the everybody for trying luck. But if you say if somebody stand for 2 terms, they not win if I come out. That means and say na politics na strategy they want for make SLPP and APC no more than power.
Me are there against standing, because even since we pass political parties, they never endorse standing, because one, waiting they want to get for drive arts, they want to put like let me just say 1 party system in the country, because if you don't aspire, say, I want to be a leader, I didn't have this particular party, you are in this particular party. So now me right for Lago stand as a president or as any leadership I aspire for. Then if you don't decide, say, me don't go 210, then I don't lose. Then you know the party no get right again for go. No, that means for say automatically I don't declare say now 1 party system, I want count na the nation. And one party system is against we laws and regulation of this country. If you don't stand, I'm not able to succeed. The one where they be me, I got excuse them, in come forward. You understand me? Eh? So that it go able to stand. But as it's for me, no. It's also for say we don't lose. This person here, the party for common. So if this party common, let me just say competition go there, competition no there. So automatically you don't tell me say na 1 party system one count na the nation. Me as a Sierra Leonean, I disagree. I no meet am. The only 1 party system will be there, the demolish am. You understand me? You find out say wetin mean na the grassroots wey be called war. Now this with Sierra Leone as a whole, we will suffer, we will lose beaucoup things there. Now because of this 1 party system, because we dey try pull out of the nation. But when you get 2 party wetin I call the nation, you get your opposition, where you agree, somebody go debunk. Una agree and disagree. Then at the end of the day, una come together, una make a law.
I agree on the other side, but I don't agree partially. The tripartite recommendation, one thing for us, where then come with, so say when you go 2 terms, immediately we lost, then they exist again. It totally, because looking at the election process now alone, we the ordinary man there, we the citizens there, some of who voice there not the count, the votes not even count, that would say democracy. I don't think like, oh, they say democracy. Because if we the ordinary people there, we don't vote, they see the harsh reality, they even see the handwriting on the wall. Say this particular party not deserve for like come na power, neither for like win. All of a sudden from the blues, then go announcing and win. Then later they begin to treat them people there. But then treat them people there, later back then come to election back, then tell you how they win back. So that they tell you say we the citizens here, we the vote, but we own rights as a citizen, you know they count. The democracy what they tell you say now the drivers and then they in their own world. For example, other than say they want sign they happen. Then if already now they don't say, okay, well, if you don't come, it all lost 2-10. We look at that party, we lost 2-10 on the other side. That party is on say a more better than that party where they force itself or come. Because of that party is on say there with the international committee, then get role or either then get one hand so they all put on decks, we then dive in together for let them do their own deeds. Whilst with the ordinary people, we they suffer. That very part where they say, well, it don't lost 2-10 and it don't come out. It don't come out of the picture. When that party on say, if you can say, they do more better than that particular party where they force itself. So for me, I don't see like I say than the idea than they say where you lost 2-10 automatically. But when you be say back, Joe like I don't say if you lost 2-10, it might be like I say something people don't lost. They come back. Then the same people and same faces, the name no one go change. Then go form another party. All this, me not see like I say, it makes sense. So the best, let them just left, let them dinner their own wall or then get their own name, then carry the same name. Because if you lost, okay, you lost 1-2 it will go form another party. It change the name, it change everything. But now the same drivers them back, now they back, the same executive, now they all back. So me not see say sense today.
That's not the views of Sierra Leoneans in relation towards the tripartite recommendation 70. For Slick TV, John M. Abdullahi reports.
John and Vivian for putting that together for we. Now to my studio guest, Saliu. I mean, you are waiting the people and say, and from the last person, not just quote him quickly, he said it's like the same drivers and just they go change motorcar them.
Yeah, it's possible. It's really possible. If we say a political party, when it lost 2-10, then for the registrar or for Pulan, it could pull the name of the party, but possibly not to the people. And I feel say in any situation or any problem, if we say we they try for address the symptoms of the problem not they go until we tackle the problem. I feel say since this recommendation don't come, this not time now for look. What's really they make them political parties they are ineffective. They know they do what they're supposed to do. You know, the upper man don't even do one, and whether everybody knows say, I mean the financial status of the political parties there, except the 2 big political parties there, because if you watch really what they happen from observation, when a new political party they come, the political party they always they revolve around a single individual. And that single individual, most times, now get the resources, now get the final say, now get it.
You know, Sally, we say new political party. I mean, when we watch the book, you see they don't register, and go make a new. But we watch again, the all just like na breakaway, more or less.
Well, they say,
one papa, na him born the all, but we Alassane feel like things now they go my own way. It tend for go to Alassane. I mean, that's the trajectory of it. Now look at the role of the main opposition, it's like more or less they are being dormant in sense, waiting in the get this will no impact that much. They go to wonder what's in the picking the way Alassane go down born instead. If, for example, you 2 brothers and you talk to your brother and all listen. So now the picking go can listen to?
No, well, when we talk of them political parties there, like you say, they are almost the same. The behavior, the way of doing things, are almost like the same. And even from history, when you look at the history, I mean, all them political parties there, where they may start, even some leaders of the APC, when are founding fathers, the SSF come up from the SLPP, now they be there. So we know they say all over the place. Somebody they name our political party today, when that political party they in power, now they at the forefront. Then they enjoy all the goodies and everything. And then they sing praises of that party, they defend them on from the rooftops. But no sooner that party they lost power, the very people that when have been the Kakatoa, we been there before the party then they see the nana then they day before back for decry that party, they decry the policies there, where they be defend before, and then they try for good join. So when you look at it, that's where the few political parties there, we really maintain the structures there, and want for really work in the interest of the people. Now then they come in. Not like what you brother say. When you say that, when you're a political party, you know in a governance, you know a government in waiting. So not see yourself say because now push your pass. No, you are a government in waiting.
But also then
so
they would see by the political parties them. I said also then they would see by the political parties.
No, no, they see them because you know they just critique as a government in waiting for provide alternative. If the government come up with a policy, you can look at the policy critically. No, they just criticize because it's now opposition like criticize. No, if you not able, if you not get the people, let's say, who get the know-how for analyze that if they even outreach, you bring people and come, you bring your membership, may they analyze this policy.
The political party they will not get money.
No, yeah, well, we know that they have one problem where at least we try for me, but bring them come. Let them kind of analyze this is the advantages of this policy and these are disadvantages and this we as a party if we go na governance these are the alternative now the good this road the top road the fish.
Alright, so quick one to you Ibrahim Soyi. Imagine 13 political parties, the way you watch the makeup of them, we see Alassane win, for example, we go they go for one off, you see Joe Bana go join Alassane or go join Alusine. You know things that they take space.
Well, everybody get rights for belongs. We are so everyone for belong because everybody get guaranteed their rights based on the Constitution, freedom of association and assembly. So you know, go say you go limit people then if you come on at this one party for going at the other party. The only thing we want for make RBD say we really need for pay emphasis as a state to political parties because if we really want the state to move forward. Like waiting, Mr. Saidu they talk. The focus also will forget. We don't for just go begin focus for address the problem. Waiting at the root cause of the problem. If we cannot address the root cause, then automatically we still go get a recycle approach to the problem to solve the problem. So when you look at other advanced democracy, particularly even in Africa, then get things the way they don't identify for see how best for ensure see, then go able to make political party then become a viable and credible institution. Let's say for instance, like South Africa. South Africa they establish a whole campaign, political finance mechanism where they support political parties. They provide also what we call democracy fund. Whether one day people and just they win at them. Then feel see they want for like democracy, let it promote. Then they donate on that side. Then get party the way be to say then your area, they your emphasis now for ensure say they able for uphold and promote democracy. Whereas we can tend for say, hey, if we begin provide finance for political party, political finance for political party will create a floodgate, we get plenty parties then for coming. No, that is not the case. If you look at them, for like you able for register one political party right now, not to easy something that one day. Because what it require, it now a huge amount of money. You get forget office space there all over the country, well furnished, where they come for that first time. You get for make sure say, not so just for 1 year they pay. You get for get a 5 year at least payments upfront for all the one and day.
You know, Ibrahim, so I appreciate when you come away, then they come up for me the office space so they forget. I mean, when you be talks Sally about with the thing the way political party they need for on their affairs or for make them stand strong. the question is, how many political parties them actually they work in that roadmap there? Lucien was here from PPRC, say a part of the Tineway political party for do go just beyond registering. I mean, at least you forget the office headquarters at the regions them, do they? I mean, they show an indication say they are more or less like one will say they're not being serious about things.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, their conversation have been on the come over time. Like I mentioned, I mean, support for political parties. But you see, we get an opportunity also because we don't have this constitutional review process for long. Because when it then at the law, say, okay, therefore solvent political parties, I mean, it's good because they just solvent, but I feel say they go certain conditions. But when you look at it, the political parties then, the one they will not in a governance, they also get a big role for play for make sure say they promote the governance of the state. But they could only do that when they're well organized. Because even the policies of government, it don't necessarily mean say, because an opposition political party, enough for promote or propagate the policies of government to its members. Because you therefore make whatever they happen at the governance sector, you bring account to your people. But if you don't have the resources, you don't even have an office space, or which side they call people they say to a meeting with members, for like at least you can say, okay, government, they don't try for past this task. So now so they. Government itself, they're not able to no side. So now you make now they them political parties there, then there's civic space then. But the civil, I mean the political parties, they're not strong enough, like you say. A good number of them, say then they get a tenancy agreement. But immediately after the thing, what happen, whether the tenancy agreement is terminated, or the tenancy agreement is self-terminated, or there is a deception somewhere before the tenancy they come. And they don't have the money. Even if for call a meeting, say, okay, call the members then to a meeting. Not by ordinary water, for like at least we do members the water. They don't get some money there. And naturally, when you call one time, people they pay transport car. They no will get any refund, no will get this. Sometimes when you call the next day, they will not come. So these are the issues where I feel say, we for look at, rather than for say, if you contest election, political party contest, and 2/10 they know win, now with the register. The one where they come, it they back now the same, challenges they can face. So for now, I feel say, look at how do we make them political parties there effective and do their work and make sure they engage the citizens, because political parties therefore serve as a buffer between the government and the citizens.
Okay, the ordinary man also go want to forget this news. I knew one ask, even me I go want for ask, who I knew and APA been there we get this new electoral system, we cater for the PR system, proportional representation, and sense we get a threshold for about 11.9% there or so. Forget, because now with all these 13 political parties, it still stands with just the two main political parties when they no more they pass decision inside parliament. So at the end of the day, it's like they have little or no voice. So Usai knew and APA been there when all of these things we are going, you say we understand certain things before we get a particular solution to them.
Well, I don't know, Mr. APA.
Yeah,
you make for
the question you asked, of course, the electoral system what we use for the 2020 election, of course, now the PR district block system now be used. And if you say Usai APA Bide, of course, APA also was in support of the PR system with a caveat. Waiting at the caveat, one for ensure, say, even for develop the regulation, we get for look at the calculation of the threshold for the allocation of seats for both parliament and council. We want for make sure, say, we serve for people for hard voice day. But we'll not be get the opportunity for ensure, say, we serve contribute towards that. But as they say, we make with voice, we do press conference, plenty press conferences there. For say yes, in as much as we accept the PR, because on the certain grounds, why make we accept the PR, we begin with justification clear. Because one for ensure, we for provide and cater for wider participation, because the very justification and essence of the PR now for ensure able for provide for smaller party or emerging political parties for let themselves will represent na parliament and council.
11.9%.
Na parliament and council. Now the mathematics we then calculate for the last 2020 election, they look at the 2015 census and also the 2021 census. divide by 2, you understand, based on with the total number of seats. Now Parliament on 135, of which we argue out, say no, we don't want to forget that kind of system. We want to forget a system we are in. We ensure say we get a low threshold. Like what you have with 96. 96, you almost get barely parties the way you just get with 5%. Less than that, they're able to represent a parliament and council. So what we want for see now with politics, now for ensure say we able to get other people them contribution to governance. Because mind you, from way back from independence, we only don't get the APC and the SLPP. If and unless, then for be able to fix, for put this country also on track and lead them towards that kind way also we really want them. I feel say, no need not be there for the other parties there. But even you with the president, no say we still get challenges there all the face. With 2 parties there, the whole country. Up till now, we talk about electoral reforms and other things and challenges that we get now elections. So there comes in the other parties that they come in, then get them believe, then set of belief, then get their own program for this country. But now we just do it in isolation without the people because they represent the people. Now, how best to go for take governance back to the people and ensure say we are kind of government and for make sure say the people that they serve, whatever decision, they get for the in line with the people. So for the issue of the PR, of course, tomorrow again we'll get to make a position. All the parties, and because we get a national conversation.
You know, we say representing the people. Look go back inside 2007. Also, PMDC they all been get seats inside Parliament. Let's just say, for example, na my constituents this. Na the people, me na the people then. Then this tissue, for example, na me honorable there so. And if I not get a representative inside Slick TV na so, I go able talk for me. I go able know the things that way they happen in my community. I go able know say now this Rabiatu want XYZ. So most of these smaller political parties, or one arguably, then get their own set of supporters. They not go reach the threshold, but they not get nobody for voice for them inside a very legislative house where they make laws.
So what would they say with all this scenario? Both the PR system and the first past the post, they all get their own merit and demerits. They get advantage and disadvantage. But for now, we reverse back to the PR system we use 2023. We look at certain parameters. As I say, we don't get issue of tension inside by-elections. We see what happen at constituency 110. We get for really run elections. We see what happen at Tonko Limba, Samara Bendigo. All lengthy and some of them election, the tension and violence way it characterized by. It make sure say at the end of the day, even people who want to go about their normal business for good and it prevent them that they follow no go. It tamper on their rights. Sometimes they get loss of life. So we look at certain conditions, you understand, we prevailing, we'll say no. Waiting best fitting for we at this time. How do we address some of them things that are so moving forward? Now make us say we not just support
the violence still happen with the current governments and getting the lower level election.
I'm not talking about inter-party. I'm not talking about inter-party election. I talk about national elections and by-elections, because the first past the post in any make provision for by-elections. Once you get by-election, we don't see the violence there. We mostly, because it just happen within a small unit, a small constituency or a small ward, for let somebody able to go perpetrate violence, mobilize, thugs, and go cause problem. That the possibility is so great. But when you look at the PR, they provide for them CND. And we talk about how do we ensure say we able to get the woman and let themselves be represented, because for far too long we say now male not they dominate always, not so. Parliaments don't they get all ends CND, we know they get woman and voice, we know they get the youth, the disability. So the PR they cater for all them people and then class of people and for like we see say then go able to get representation. Aside they talk about how if you know the part of a system, how you go for influencer.
So cute, not gonna exercise.
Yeah, so fine. So that's it. So for now we able to get a PR, we can only get it right. Whatever system we use, it depends on how we use them. Now I'm going for make sure say a lead with through. That's the emphasis. Because if we say we get the PR, we get the first past the post. But how we use them for ensure say waiting really we set as a country, one for actualizer. If we say we want to get more participation, do we set the provision for ensure say we will create the enable environment, the space for get more participation? So this na the call. So saying about what will be say, will make opposition clear, and if really at all will be work towards that. But that's not the challenge. Moving forward now, one for influence that's process. Like we say, the 80 recommendation, not to Bible or Quran.
Okay.
These are just recommendations.
We're still
subject to.
So we actually come into that.
Yeah.
I mean, as this actually works and throw on to usually first respond, and I see they try for say something. Yes.
Yeah, I feel say that question is very important. What you do at throw and we, because first and foremost, the issue of deciding at that time it been there between the presidency and the ECSL. But when that announcement they come say, okay, after due consultations with the president and our PR system then they use, we convene a meeting immediately, the National Election Watch. We convene a meeting and we come out with a press statement. And we raise a few concerns and even ask some critical questions. Because we concerns them, they say, we will not do PR, not be even there now we constitution. And first past the post we get until 1996, when we first get a PR, where in fact the whole country was the constituency. And we all know why we do them. We do them because by then we be there per war. And the country not accessible. We not able to do boundary delimitation, we not able to do anything. But because the people let me cry, because at that time, we get a kind of two sharp divisions in the country. You get people the way they call say, Lord will not do elections until we get peace. And we get people the way they say, peace or no peace, Lord get election now. So because of that sharp division, the one they will say, Lord get election now they more or less win. So, but for like we conduct election, make sure say they satisfy the majority voice, now make will be resort to that PR system. And we also get for do in 2002. And even 2002, by then the war almost declared officially over. But some areas they're not accessible. They will not even do, census. Will not even do boundary delimitation. So now we could go back to the PR system. This time around, now the district proportional, instead of the country, the district is the constituency. But after 2002 now, we don't hold election 2007. Now first past the post. We don't hold election 2012. Now first past the post. We don't hold election 2018. First past the post. So see they can announce 2023 for can do proportional. We at the National Election Watch, we concern was why would they come back now the place day? Because we believe say the situation will be in day 1996, 2022. It not be even day 2023. So raise them questions then they and we advise. But the thing also is that some of them political parties, then we rush for even go support the team. And some of us raise alarm, we say if we get for support the PR, it gets certain conditions there, certain factors where they look forward to. And one of it are the threshold. Because we don't see 1996 we get a threshold of 5%, and we see the number of political parties that we go. 2022, we get a different threshold. So if we make this, but by then, will not be made. So we have to now, at the end of the day, when the result come out, then they begin to do the calculation of this 11.9. Some political parties, where at least therefore don't get 1 or 2 members, they don't even get. And at the time, they say realize, say, oh no, this tier will not be actually accept for like at least we do it. You know, so the other thing really where I feel say would they do on that tier. You know, the issue of the political system, the political parties they said they get one thing where I don't know whether sometimes waiting my brother talk now say as opposition they know one for be seen for say oppose. I try not to oppose but they critique. But then quick for toe the line of the anything where the government within a power take. Not just about this period now, but over time, when the government in power make this, you see a lot of other opposition where they told the line uncritically, meaning they not even try for critique, they not even try for analyze, they can just show the line. But at the end of the day, when they come out, it's not going to really come out good. So now, so we be talk, but all what we get as National Elections Watch, we go talk, we go raise the awareness, we go engage, and we also let the citizens know. And we do them perfectly well across the country.
All right, so quick one, Ibrahim, so in just a minute, I'm not seem to be with friend. Now, una say una be the part of this recommendation. Una now the two giants, then forget this 80 whatsoever recommendations, then I will get. So I mean, when the assurance will get said this will change anything as it stands, not just the two big people there, and they can't recommend something for the rest of the other 11 small bikini within the deals.
Well, just like what you say, these are recommendations are waiting people in the foresee for the future, how they want them. But like I say, we get for extend and Buffalo gets more a wider discussion on around anything. I believe say even if the APC and the government, you understand, then be I would say whatever thing when they say now the gospel to all in order for change, not subject to change. Now you will say it could be a problem. This is something in just the profile for reform. So then just they recommend, now just two. I will say, okay, let me see the government of Sierra Leone and the APC. Because if you ask the SLP, the SLP will tell you, say, no, we are not part of this, it's just the government. But although the government, because we don't get time, we are when they get discussion, we say, okay, this is only between the APC and the SLP. The SLP say, no, we will not be there. This is our government of Salone and APC. Of course, this they don't recommend. They don't recommend, we say don't look at them. Because moving forward, we feel say we say for make like I see no more political power, we get a role for do for make we reviews them. Because we say they represent the people. Right. That is why we'll not just do it in isolation, we'll make sure say we get a national discussion around them. People they make their contribution. And we said further recommend say this is how we look at it. So moving forward, as the process they go for implementation, we'll not say all the institutions they will get for deal, like this 70 get for deal with the PPRC. So we don't already give PPRC position, even when they do the review. Also, the AG's office will get for give them we report because now they can get for do all the drafts. Take to Parliament will get for engage all the institutions there. Okay. So moving forward, we hope say yes indeed, we all go for come now one consensus able for build something we will better this country for we all.
Okay, he's Ibrahim Sorisise, National Secretary General, APPA, and Saliu Kamara, spokesperson, National Elections Watch New. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'll help we talk about this conversation. And I welcome you to the second segment, and first we'll go join Mohammed Kolia for Get the Sports Update.
Hello and welcome to the Today Show Sports Update on Slick TV channel 37. In this edition of the Today Show Sports Update, a memorial match was held in lovely memory of the late Madam Tijan Cole, the devoted mother of the former SLFA president, Madam Aisha Johansen. Madam Tijan Cole may not have won the national jersey, but her impact on Sierra Leone football deeply felt through the daughter she raised, the value she installed, and the quiet strength she offered behind the scene. In her closing statement, Madam Aisha Johansen said the late Madam Cole was her best friend, mentor, and one-in-a-million mother.
My best friend, my longest girlfriend, my friend, my mentor, my everything. Deleketide, Usayade, footballo, everything that I've done in life, it's down to my mother. So as we begin to celebrate in life, and the journey begins now to say goodbye to her, it's only but fitting that I start with football, and it's only but fitting that we do a tournament, FC Johansen, Eastern Lions. You know, she met my father, a keen footballer. She went through life with my father with Eastern Lions. She's a convent girl, a staunch Catholic. St. Edward's is their boys. It's only but fitting. And one team from the provinces. I could have done the entire Premier League if I could, but obviously we can't. So maybe this might be the first of something that we'll be doing annually. Let's see how it goes, but I really want to take the opportunity of thanking the Sierra Leone Football Association, thanking all of you, thanking the teams that took their time out to make this space. I know what it means when you're playing in the Premier League to have to take the little break that you have to come and play another match. So it means a lot to me, and I think it also brought a lot of people together. I haven't seen so many people for 5, 6, maybe 7 years. I haven't seen some of the people that I saw today. And this is what football does all of the time, brings people together. And so I want to thank you all. The funeral will be on the 18th at St. Anthony's at 1 p.m. To 2. The vigil will be at St. Anthony's Church at 7 to 9 p.m. There'll be a laying out ceremony on that day at 10:45 in the morning to 12:45. So I started front and then went backwards. So, you know, laying out at the hall at 10:45 to 12:45, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The funeral is at the St. Anthony's Church. The burial will be at Ascension Town. Okay. And yes, the vigil will also be on the 17th at 7 to 9 p.m.
Anthony Navo Jr., the current chairman of Eastern Lions Football Club, said Madam Tijan Cole was the strength behind her husband to succeed at Eastern Lions. He said Madam Tijan Cole was a lovely mother.
Well, it means a lot. We're family, obviously, with Madam Aisha, the dad, Patijan Cole. He was the former chairman of Eastern Lions. So this is a Lions event, and that is why we're here in full force. I'm here as the chair and my entire team to join the family to pray for the late mother of all of us. And it means a lot to all of us as Eastern Lions family. Well, football is football, whatever lose. I mean, I felt it, I wanted to win. But yeah, that's football. We lost. Congratulations to Bo Rangers, and we hope that the blessing of this match will follow our late mom to her grave, and the Almighty God will forgive her sins.
John Kista, the head coach of Bo Rangers Football Club, expressed desire to be part of such memorable competition.
There's no feeling. I think we're here to celebrate, you know, the passing of Madam Aisha, you know, former SLFA president. Somebody that, you know, would be an understatement about me knowing, you know, if I'm here today in Sierra Leone, you know, it's all credit to her because she brought me into Sierra Leone after, you know, my retirement in England. You know, take over FC Wansin, the club that we just played in the final, and today is a very special day, you know, because we're honouring the passing of a mom, you know. So it's condolences from my side on behalf of my family, Bo Rangers, and everyone else. You know, so that's what it was about. To be honest, like I said to you, today is about we celebrating Madam's mom passing away. For me, it's not about football. I think today it was going back to what she built around the football. You know, she's made her own contributions, and it was very, very important that we came out today and support her, you know, in celebrating the life, you know, of a dear mom. For me, that's what is important. You know, we've got a lot of people here today. The football doesn't really matter. You know, the life is what matters. Relationships is what matters. You know, for me, whatever I can do, you know, in terms of, you know, giving her a bit more peace, you know, I'm always there to do that. So today is no different.
This is all we have for you in this edition of the Today Show Sports Update on Slick TV, channel 37, with me.
You don't tire for yeri boku talk with no substance or sweet talk with plenty lie inside. Then now, na the term for strip the headlines bare and tell the story just like it is. Brutally Frank goes where others won't, exposing the real stories behind the headlines.
We tackle issues of maximum importance to the growth of Sierra Leone, from politics to the economy, agriculture, education, health, and tourism.
By serving as your voice in asking the why, where, how, and when questions to the people them we responsible. This na Brutally Frank.
This is Brutally Frank. Showing every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Slick TV, channel 37, and streaming live on our Facebook page and official website.
Ladies
hide again. I'm the only threat. I still a breathe, but all the man is sky for sees me breath. Not so you were honest, go make her feel say you fearful. You type tiger to me.
I make tough pasta bolo they make Saiben. I being like that bench where they dish for bear. This na funeral term. My name is Sayumot. Get for sour like lem. Pretend before you say my name, I hope you get you the first.
Let there be lights and the world come with victory. The one for chase the king, but I kill and a buffing. Hope you are the best, well you don't meet you worse. For come against me, now you depth you don't trust. You know they able to the crown, me load not the 58.
I dey talk a massa go. If that breeze sky fan, I waiting on my tower. Long high body, head big like Kalondo. Now me left for a molling baby where you know. Cut the talk shots, but I'm batting for Gonado. Now they talk soft, so.
Mamuda you dey do the money na for pack am. My one son I will let the balance I go bank am. Na more skin dey talk we make yes skin dey yeri. Be na jogama I see boyama. I need Cali locks in a bring me.
Because for rappers beside Sam, a big chap and it's PIUT day for next time. That's skin slap. Nothing on the puella. Catch you like an ass. Water pot at the beggar. All the baby them are the knock Mr. Fella.
Welcome back from sports. There and I'll go into a flight schedule for tomorrow. Starting at 5 a.m., Askai Airlines flights KP023 will depart from Banjul, stopping in Freetown at 8:05 a.m. Accra, and finally arriving in Lomé at 8:45 a.m. At 8:30 a.m., Askai Airlines flight KP043 will take off from Banjul and head to Freetown, arriving at 9:10 a.m. before continuing to Lomé. At 1 p.m., Askai Airlines flight KP022 will depart from Lomé, make stops in Accra and Freetown, arriving in Banjul at 4:45 p.m. For overnight travelers, Turkish Airlines flight TK533/4 will depart at 9:30 p.m. from Istanbul with a stop in Ouagadougou, arriving in Freetown at 1:10 a.m. and then returning to Istanbul at 2:10 a.m. Also at 11:30 p.m., Royal Air Morocco flight AT569 will leave Casablanca, stop in Monrovia and arrive in Freetown at 2:20 a.m., continuing to Casablanca at 3:20 a.m. So that's all we have for the flight schedule here today in the Today Show on Sleek Television channel 37. Now, James Kamarane is here to take us through the headline review. Good afternoon, James, and welcome to the Today Show.
Good afternoon, Gabi, and good afternoon, viewers. We remember yesterday we talked about somebody we say we lost, and the Sierra Leone judiciary, and also at the University of Sierra Leone, a prominent figure at the legal field, by the name of Dr. Abubakar Mohamed Kamara. And so it has been confirmed by the Sierra Leone judiciary, and today they will do a press release. I will go through the press release, and we go hear everything the press release say. It say judiciary mounts courts of appeal judge with judiciary flag to be at half-mast. Say in honor of his remarkable and dedicated service to the judiciary and the legal profession, the Honorable Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Komba Kamanda, has ordered that the judiciary flag be half-mast, effective the 16th day of July 2025, as a sign of respect to the late Honorable Justice Dr. Abubakar Mohamed Binet Kamara, a distinguished justice of the Court of Appeal who died on 15th July 2025 in Freetown following a brief period of illness. It said Justice Binet Kamara served the judiciary and the nation with dedication, humility, and integrity. His deep commitment to justice made him a highly respected figure on the bench. He came to the bench as a magistrate, and he was later appointed a judge of the High Court of Sierra Leone, where he adjudicated on several complex matters with professionalism and fairness before his elevation to the Court of Appeal in April 2025. Justice Binay Kamara held postgraduate degree in law, communications and research, including masters in public administration and management, Jalai University Masters of Philosophy in Communication, Law and Policy, Fabry College, University of Sierra Leone, and a PhD in Media and War Crime Jurisprudence, University of Bedfordshire, UK. He was also a journalist and worked as a reporter at the Standard Times newspaper. He was respected locally and internationally for his scholarly work in constitutional law, communications, and legal education. He mentored a generation of young legal professionals and was admired for his intellectual rigor and compassionate approach to justice. The Honorable Chief Justice, on behalf of the entire judiciary, extends heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family, colleagues, and friends. The Chief Justice described his passing as a tremendous loss, not only to the judiciary, but to the legal profession and the country at large. The janaza prayer and burial of the late Justice Binay Kamara will take place at 2 p.m. on Sunday, 28th July 2025 at the Hasbullah Mosque at Water Street, Congo Town in Freetown. The judiciary will be observing solemn session in memory of the late Justice Binay Kamara at 10 a.m. on Thursday, 24th July 2025 at the main court building. May his soul rest in perfect peace. That's now waiting come out from the judiciary of Sierra Leone. They want to respect them and also say they go fly the judiciary flag half-mast. That's not go up, but you go the middle, and as well also say they go bury them on Sunday, 2 o'clock. The mosque with the Congo Town, and as well they go hold tribute for them on the 24th. Na the courthouse na the main Shakasin Street building at 10 o'clock in the morning hours. So that's it. So if in case you want for sympathize with the family, it's good that you reach out to them, because we don't read a lot about them and people don't know a lot about this wonderful man.
You know, Mane, this is it's really saddening right now. I'm sad. The fact that even when I go through the private school, Mascom then FBC, and actually interface with this gentleman. But this is the thing, yeah? Looking at the tributes where people in the game, it tells that he was actually a good person. And at the thing this student he always say, live your life as if you get to left something for tell the future with the camp. I have never seen a post written about him saying otherwise about this man here. It's tend for post say somebody will actually be the down to earth. And above all, it say he no go rest until it say poor man picking and self get the education we get. Imagine you're just 48 years based on what we get as in age. I mean, it tend for die. One go say the Iroko tree has fallen. However, but again, this is a wake-up call. Say, live your life because you don't know who is watching, and always try to be a good person, because notwithstanding the fact that death get for knock at your door, but when you tend to be a good person whilst you believe, the world get for tell. Another thing we are made for understand again, the fact say, when you talk about tributes, most time people feel like no, we have to wait until the person has died before you write something about her. So because you don't know what comes next, tomorrow is not promised. However, what you feel about person, it's very essential for pain and that. But however, we ush.
Yes,
but again, I kind of jealous when a small we go through this money as well. I wish.
One part of it, one side may also show wisdom when it may be magistrates na the Waterloo court, and so somebody go with Casey, then book in double us. So they go with the complainant and the witness. And so the matter go on, and then magistrates Binay, by then they ask the complainant, he say, you see them book in double us? He say yes. He say the double na man or a woman. The man not be able for answer. He say, since you're able for answer, it means you have to go and bring the devil. Already the devil himself can testify for himself. That was the end of the matter. That shows say the kind of sense when he gets, he is so unmatched. And that sanity in name begin for fly, you know. The matter come to an immediate end, because you know we will bring the devil. You know, you sue somebody for devil was when born. Like the devil self can do the report. So he say go and bring the devil. So they can they can testify. That's what the kind of person. You know, any time you find out with Una, we must talk about book. he must talk about, he must create some sense of humor. It's a great loss for us. We don't pass through him. We miss him so much, and we feel like some of we don't go now the law department for law, we go get more from him. We don't die, but we will read the books them.
Yeah, also me for understand say now the dean of faculty,
yes, he was the dean of faculty for law department. Before he was the HOD, and then
now
the
dean
of faculty. Yes.
So
he was the first person to become the dean of faculty, and then funnily he attended the government good secondary school. So it's not about you school for make you something, but he attended one of the school where people don't know they consider to be a serious school with respect to those who attended government good. But he attended government good secondary school, and he attended this kind of academic position and heights now the country. A great love story, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
We say arts, but
yeah.
that's life. That's just the reality.
Yeah, so the seats done the hot. The replacement for President Manabio, it done the hot for 2028. If you look at the screen now, you see this is coming from an official SLPP. This is coming from the National Secretary General, Omar Napoleon Koroma. He's confirming how many people don't express interest for challenge for the hot seat for replace President Manabio. We'll go through the names there. We have 18 names of people we want to take over President Bio. This is interesting, and it's good for make we hear them. They say we'll get Alhaji Dr. Mohamed Julia Jallo, happens to be the President Vice President. We get Mr. Mohamed Fuad Dabo, that is Director General for NASIT. We get Dr. Mohamed Sidi Tunis. I was the parliamentarian, ECOWAS, yes. Speaker by then and Sierra parliamentarian. Dr. Fatima Bio, First Lady of the President. We have Dr. David Moina Senge, Chief Minister Sierra Leone. And also get Mamaja Sombi Lansana, former chairman SFP, Minnesota USA. We also get Alhaji Musa Tagawali, businessman, politician. Mr. Francis Ben Kefala, Commissioner ACC. We also get Dr. Ali Kaba, politician. Mr. John Opojon Benjamin, politician. Mr. Andrew Jah Kaikai, Commissioner National Drugs Law Enforcement. He was the immigration chairman. And also we get Abdul Kadir Kaikai. If you remember him, this was the man who said he will use $2 million to wage war if SLPP not get the chairmanship. But now we are getting there gradually. And we also get Alhaji Dr. Kande Koleyum Kela, energy boss. And we also get Mr. Usman Alpha Timbo, Commissioner, National Commission, Wages Bill. Alhaji Timothy Musa Kaba, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Mohamed Mabusu Masakoy, Commissioner General, NCRA. Professor David Francis, politician. And also get Ibrahim Swari, politician. These are the names. We have 18 names. We hope we'll get more names. You know, this may make a member during the APC time under President Bio. President Adelbais Kouma. You know, when they want somebody for Udati for give or take over the APC at that time in Amakeni. We have about 24 or more names, politicians there. We are in President, by their former President Adelbais Kouma, may decide for D, without even forgive. We hope that not going to be the situation, as people don't begin to express their intent, and this is coming from the party officially, so it's not like now we can cut them, you see, it's coming from the party, and this is coming from the Secretary General, National Secretary General, sign and everything. So we know say the get still on, more people are coming. You get any name will surprise you?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a surprise, but I'm still just wondering about my thoughts for 8 million plus people. But anyway, then just vouch for whatever I think, not interested, and it's part of their right. I mean, they're above the age, the threshold, and we constitution caters it before actually get the right for voting to be voted for, and that's a discussion we get today. But let's look at these 18 names we may come up to this list. We get veterans, we don't know in the picture for a very long time, and the likes of Ali Kaba, you know, you don't see them. And we get the youngies, we also then come come on board in terms of Dr. David Moynihan, the chief minister currently, and Francis Benkefeda, the ACC commissioner, is sat here saying that the president is his godfather. And anyways, I want for saying not to bad thing for going in Papa in footsteps, but we're seeing the old and the young, the entire for they come on the plate. But the twist here, or the most shocking one, but quick one before I go to the shocking one, even the current vice president, who in name top the list. I mean, arguably, people in the talk say, of all the people in the top positions, he tend to be the person with little or no scandal. We don't round about inside these 7 or so years where they don't
he's a fine gentleman.
Yes, where they don't day, where they actually don't day. And we'll take again, and Gujaya Kakai will happen for be the boss for the immigration there. I mean, there was allegedly there were allegations about him. Usai, there was a video we go about your slide deckers. He started off first with the gift where ACC gets a one-on-one with him. That was one side. We come again to the one to the dog lord, the alleged dog lord. We happen for the salon. Your slide deckers. So then we get a video of him birthday celebration there. We actually go viral.
I think you missed that one day. The gifts on the ACC, the gift way they mean gift I'm doing in stay as a chairman commissioner for immigration. That was the gift.
No, I say we get a one-on-one with ACC there where they investigate, and now we get another one with your slide deckers where we get the whole thing. It may come to the list. But again, the only lady on the team here, on the list here, happened to be the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone. And earlier before now, just about a few weeks back, that was the whole thing we come out around her wanting or her vying for this particular position. Say the First Lady is, however, interested, but we were made to understand there has been little or no formal indication. But now we don't see them say don't come off on there. It's been signed and the likes. But I'm saying this again. Maybe it's time for a woman to actually take up the mantle and rule Sierra Leone, because since ages, since 1961, we don't declare say it's been a failed system in out, but maybe if we have a change, however, we will see different thing. And for a woman to stand amongst 17 gentlemen there, so that's a very big challenge we take up on itself, regardless of where they get for go and I mean the delegates get for go vote and say I want Joe Bana for lead we, however. But we see both youngins and old souls coming together, all in the name for rule Salone in any time soon. And this is an indication that 2028 is going to be very amazing election year.
Very, very, yes, the bench get for hot, the line get for long.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I just foresee whether really we really ready for a female president. You know, I am still baffled. I still want to see that day, even within the women caucus. I not feel see them want the compliment for them. So it's a whole debate one day.
For the third time, I'm disagreeing with you on that. I'm saying this regardless of the political party. I mean, we don't cry say we need a change in sense we need for change the sex, we need for change the gender. Of forcing we actually the rule winners alone, because we're made to believe that not much has been done in terms of the people who actually take the mantle. And the reality is, I'm not going to ever satisfy you 100%. Yeah, that's just one side of it. But again, maybe it's time for make a change. We just see just some institutions them who decided to give women in the mantle, and in their own little corner, we tend to see one or two magic when they play. You understand? Usai and they. In as much as some go say, well, this person is not doing this way, that person is not doing that way. But the bottom line is, maybe there's a need for that.
Yes, there must be a need for that. We still get names. We get Ibrahim Swari. If you recall, Ibrahim Swari, he was appointed as the chairman for NRA. President Biomi appointed as chairman for NRA. He served as the shortest NRA chairman. Yes, I think for 6 months, and then he was dismissed. So he's going in. Because this we are taking it as a confirmed source that this had already expressed the interest to the party, and the party has confirmed that. That's why they don't pull this one as for notify the public that these are the people forced for now 18 people. You don't know whether more will come. As I tell you, say APC may get up to 24 people that way. Former President Bio may make them. Former President and that's by Koma may make them. Yeah, they sit down, they wait the whole day.
Yes.
And then they pick somebody where you want to pick. So we pray that the situation will be this way. They'll go through the electoral system, the proper system, we normally can go to.
You know,
yeah.
Why should we talk also? I've just sent me here on the list that I saw particular name 13, Alhaji Dr. Kanekole Yumkela. They're the boss for energy sector. He was here saying that he said the last time that it would take us about 2 decades, 20 years to get a stable electricity. Now we can't see, and this same man obviously come, go from NGC, then get their own, you know, one for say V. So I don't come on a lot time for going in the back. We see them make them boss here and there, thinking that okay, with all idea where it gets, with all the know-how where it gets, we can get at least a stable electricity in the country. But he said that it would take us about 2 decades for actually get a stable electricity. And while for you understand, he's saying, or he said that it could take us about 20 good years. So if you live a better now, safe, lights no, they take picking the 20, you know, they expect to see a stable electricity. So when you see names like that coming on board, I mean, if we actually ask a very big question to some of these names, we actually they pose this list. I think if we don't go beyond just asking these names on this, not turn it for they ask the critical question: what comes next? What you get for Giwi? If you are being in you're in a little corner now, you never pull dot in a me eye. If I actually give you a bigger space, you go see. Or if you did for me, you go see the dot in a me eye for pull.
Yes, indeed. I just want for me clarity before we go to the next topic of the day. We talk about Andojai Kaikai. That's when I Pulam, in our office as the chief immigration officer, due to some allegation of corruption and some gifts we may receive. Whereas the other one we'll talk about, Just Ideka, you know, get nothing to do with Andojai Kaikai. Rather, he may get something to do with the recent chief immigration officer, when I'm Alusain Kane, where they may see pictures of him or videos of him where he received gifts from Alusain Kane. So just want for me that clarity there. And that the way we do that footage will be coming on March 2025. So it's very recent with Alusain Kane. So just a clarity. So we'll go to the next one because we'll get a lot for talk, and 2028 is far. We'll get two more years for a lot to continue for talk about the politicians there. But this on the screen now, we see that this is coming from the TSC, Sierra Leone Teaching Service Commission. This is a press release where public notice where they released on the 11th of July. Say teachers recruitment for 2025-2026 called for application. So it's an opportunity, but to get the criteria where they state where you go make if you think say March or you reach that level, then you can apply. Say the Sierra Leone Teaching Service Commission announces the commencement of recruitment and deployment processes of 3,300 teachers for the 2025-2026 academic year on Monday, 14 July 2025. As the Commission continues in its strides to promote professionalism in the teaching workforce, it is pleased to announce that only teachers who have passed the teaching licensing examinations are eligible for this set of recruitment. So that's, I guess you don't get them, and this may happen here. So this process is still going on. So it was necessary that we bring and come to the public that you need for don't be say you don't pass the exam we the TSC we don't set, and if they with that 3,300 teachers, then they were the one for recruit. So we have so many teachers, and I guess we get above 3,300 teachers. So it's a long fight for you for making room for a rich side that circle for make they recruit you. And when you're under government payroll now, it's more beneficial for you rather than you just go teach and then you're not being paid for how many years.
You know, man, the way they talk, so it make me remember those days when I was wishing to actually be a teacher. I'm sure by now I forgot to apply, but I know I get for go sit exam. But let's talk about a little bit about the practical reality about things. I mean, the first thing is, how much are they paying teachers? Arguably, some even set of people will tell you, say, they must be paid than some even civil society. Allegedly, teachers are telling us that with HTC, higher teaching certificate, you get about 1,300 for a monthly salary when you take home. And now, this is the thing, arguably one go say, why not go invest into business? You get for pay you transport. Let's assume say also you come off for car work firstly night 2 or 3 where you get for pay. And now amongst many other reasons where the classroom or teachers have been associated with corruptions, they claim that because we need to get the kind of a salary we'll forget. And we've seen in this country, or we had in this country, we say tons of teachers are not in payroll. I mean, they know they get monthly salary, talk less of the little amount of then they get anything at the end of the day. And yet we're seeing a presser from the Teaching Service Commission say they need about 3,000 plus teachers them for come on board, when yet there have been no amendments about their salaries, so much to go around then. Teacher will go na classroom if for go land, teacher they can't sell first before you start the normal day. I'm sure before we actually they seek for these higher numbers into the qualification or into the teaching field, we first further establish 1 or 2 things. Are things being met for them? Are things okay for them? Are they being paid? I mean, you start instead of teacher where they tell you, say, I have been working in a government school for about 6 years. I haven't received any salary. All of that thing they get for look at them first. We're not. It's a nice move, however, because you still get people who look for job. But the question is, are much mechanisms put in place for the already existing number of teachers they will get before we now come at this 3,000 plus we actually look for?
Indeed. So we get Oku teachers there. So we really look forward to see how these teachers will be, their wishes will be met and make their services not just go in vain for nothing like that. They make the teaching profession be one way enviable, way somebody go look at, you go then at school and say, I want to become a teacher. You know? Yeah, but now, anyway, make somebody see it needs to become a teacher and want to teach, and because you see the profession as a profession where it's encouraging, everything's enviable, and everybody wants to become a teacher, you know. Make somebody not say no. He or she has been taught by a teacher, but he no want to become a teacher.
You know, let's say this surprising thing when just go out and just do a survey right now and ask some people if they're actually interested in this. Some people would say no. But this is the funny fact, but again, it's a die-hearted one. Imagine you would take about 8 hours in a classroom, you get for sit down, you teach at TNAP. I mean, look at that selfless act in the first place. That's just one side. You go see teacher don't teach Pekin, then the Pekin they earn more, or the Pekin in life don't come better past the teacher. The teacher still in on one side. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect the field. However, I had wanted to be a teacher. I can proudly say it anywhere I go. But before we put 1 or 2 things, if we firstly understand waiting, then people are saying, if we firstly cater for it, like you say, understanding the question is part of the answer. We cannot understand the things they're going through, or we solve them problems halfway, and now we are saying we want more people on board, and 10 these people then get so many yuki associates with them. Now you go see teacher tell school you can say for exam count 50 million. The other common one, if you get speaker they go school, for example, when they say practical, now the teachers are telling you that they say who's kind of soap for couch, who's kind of paste for couch, how much pint oil for couch. When not just a test they can do, we just need little or no amount where one picking self go afford and can go to school. So all of these things, we're not saying the 3,000 plus teachers needed is a bad one, but again, we don't meet what the teacher they want. For instance, say at least HTC teacher will take arguably 1,000 plus 200 leons as a monthly salary.
Yeah, those concerns and others concerns them from teachers and the public will be met one day, and I hope so. And one day we pray that we host TSC now, so one day, and they make them get a lot of conversation for we, and make them tell we really didn't get for over these 3,000 teachers. We look at tabloids now. We got the first one. We get the Standard Times newspaper. It says Parliament remains silent. Kasafone stands firm against corrupt encroachment. And this matter don't permeate for quite some time now. And now they are accusing that Parliament still remains silent against this one, against the corporate encroachment of the people that land at this place. But we will go for bring to know the outcome of which Parliament will actually decide on this matter, because it's very sensitive. We want to allow Parliament to take that decision before ever we continue to discuss about time. It's a teaching and together program. SLTU, CTF, capacitate 150 teachers. I guess you will grab a copy of the Standard Times newspaper for today. You will really enjoy especially within the writer mean when he say Parliament silence, remain silence on this issue.
All right, just a quick one, in as much as yes, they inside the legislative house where they make laws for the country, but they also worthy for who bring certain things to people. I mean, this is a common thing, and sometimes necessary for use common sense. Now, when you go, for example, in a Ministry of Land, I'll tell you arguably, now one of the most visits ministries, every now and then you get for your land confrontation with Part A and Part B, and these are the people of Tonkolili district where, I mean, it has been a long ride about it. We say it's a particular mining company we want to do XYZ in a particular site, and they are saying, I mean, this is our property. If you want to do XYZ thing, let us go in Monday. I mean, you get in Mines Act where they for ensure say, even if you want to dig a hole now, the people around forget a benefit. So they are saying, if this na so na one for do na, at least let us get certain part of it. We'll self go feel at ease one day, and thus then take them inside the well where they pass law, where they make sure say A na A, if for cross the T and dots the I's, and thus they are calling on them to. Now we now go for cry too. We now help with this now we so now yeah we depend on.
Yeah. So this now an issue where as you see the right they talk about the land encroachment. The people want for benefits. Not just the good for go. Tap the resources where they get, but at least then certainly for benefits. You know, this is what we have been saying over the years, that if at all government may really decide for say, if any mining company they come for mine in certain districts, the government will get a blueprint for say, this is what we want for our people. Give people then this was, make them benefit first. Or let me say government say, okay, with the tax for bill up to let's say 1,000 houses. Well-furnished houses for the residents of that place. They, you know, give them everything, and then at least that they don't benefit something from within they get. Or okay, they get good housing structure. Okay, give them 24-hour electricity. You know, different program. I sure say if government may do that, if we don't see salon for be
I think it's
we're not for to reach this level we are in. People the challenge now, not for even see how they're capable for meet the challenges of the descendants of California.
It's like it don't go beyond just a one-on-one confrontation with land issue, because most time when you open, I saw on social media also about a woman we get for do a house we don't build, hospital where they don't live about 20 years, don't get XYZ thing for do the house here and there. So there's a whole community coming together that I think we deserve a fair treatment. If these people, it's an investment. If fine for a country, they sell the country. But if we're seeing these things, first we want more support. If you give me A, then we can give you B.
Indeed. So we continue with the next local tabloid. We got the City Hunter. We got several hot front page topics. Then we talk about the other one says Sierra Leone faces agricultural crisis. World Bank reports warns of climate-induced challenges. Urgent action needed. Spotlight on nation building. Jagaban transformative goal in water and sanitation. That's this the main banner headline story now. It is a land rights in Johop Hadi. Government risks settling a dangerous precedent for future land issues. Inaction of Kasafoni land rights. Just what we talk about, you know. So it's a serious one. See, most of the local papers get them even from weeks ago. They don't mention about this. So we urge Parliament or the authorities we necessary in this issue for come and see how they can intercede on behalf of these people from the Tonkolili district. We take the next local paper for today. We get the Awareness Times newspaper. We say as IGP Fayaselu officially endorses the team, SLP peacekeepers begin journey for Somalia mission. EDID comments Sierra Leone economic indicators. Yeah, so we get more peacekeepers for going to Somalia. It's a mission where Sierra Leone don't they benefit from a lot. Most times where they get personnel say where they go, and so it's another mission they have to go. And now they say the IGPs of Fayaselu don't endorse that. So we wish them well. We'll go for the next one.
So a little bit of, let's just talk about ECOWAS Bank, Investment Development. We actually, the boss, then a salon. I mean, on the awareness times, yeah. So besides, of course, it commend salon for those who will at least tackle the economic situation right now. And this the fun fact, maybe some GCs are waiting belong to. So the hard truth is, we've seen a little bit of stable economy. I mean, in terms of exchange rates, that use the right term. Maybe that I mean, a market's not going to understand. So you say, wait till you buy pepper, yes, that's what you go meet on today. But we'll talk about the exchange rate. It's a bit, it has been stable for a couple of while now, like how they crumble. And for about a year or months down the line, or for a very expanded period, we don't say how you do exchange money. It don't tend to be okay, which, however, the business people not go tell you say, na so. At first, I not be understand how it be work, not until I get a conversation with the business person we talk say. For example, when they go buy outside, the problem can make when they carry expensive. Like, for example, if I get 2,400 leons, I cannot use Sierra Leone currency in certain side of the world, but you go use dollar, for example, or pounds. Now, when you convert that money there, and that business they go buy. So now the thing is, waiting you actually buy again with 2,400, we don't convert the money. So all of those things put in place. So he's saying we don't try in that particular sector there, but still in the market go say can tie right now 8 million.
Yeah, that's what the ECOWAS president may tell President Bio today. That was yesterday when he came say he noticed the economy they thrive very well and they have been doing very well when it comes to the economy. Anyway, that's what they are saying. But I don't know whether we feel the reality go on, actually. Anyway, we go to the Independent Observer's newspaper. Say, Mr. President, can we talk? What do you want to talk to Mr. President about?
Part 98, the news
Part 198. I guess Mr. President will respond one day. And the main banner headline, so you say, APC MP demands fair price regulation. Information Minister strikes $5 million deal to revolutionize printing industry. Reclaiming our humanity, a call to rediscover Sierra Leone's lost values. It's an interesting one, you know. It's an interesting one. So imagine, say, now APC MP is demanding that the price regulation, the reduction of the fuel prices, and also transportation, because that's what the discussion yesterday in the Well of Parliament, that the transport sector need for looking to that, how they can able to reduce the prices of the transport and also the fuel. At this call, I don't know if is it really necessary for people for beginning to pounce on the authorities, especially NPRA and transport ministers, for do the necessary way they know say that's their mandate, that's their duty.
Before responding to that, with discussion we will get today now for deregister political parties, and this is the thing, with just the two giants in the well, when certain laws they pass, if it tends not for support part A, it go tend for move away, say okay, it's not the support for me. I am not saying what the APC MPs are doing, it's a wrong move, however, because it's fine for the bring governments to check about things, yeah? But we'll look at them from this angle. This is the second time we don't get a reduction in fuel price. There has been no reflection on how much we pay for transportation. It still stands still. And the surprising fact about this whole thing is those in authorities, I mean, the Ministry of Transport there, and NPRA, SSF, we never see any of, it's like right now, Joe wanna watch Joe Santigi. One person is waiting for one person for actually take a stance and say, let me do X, Y, Z. Because if we don't give another responsibility for advocate for us in a place where we cannot represent ourselves, and it's like, not much is being said with the state remote. It's been about 2 weeks or so we don't get this reduction. And people don't talk, and we still don't know. It's a nice move, however, but the point is, this is not the first time. Nothing has been done. So why I started off with the discussion we'll get earlier on, I am sure if more of these other political parties were in the Well of Parliament, maybe if sometimes you don't say too much, you know, crash safe, other person go say, well, let me do about something. I'll not go on for doing just now because of XYZ reasons. But it has taken us 2 times a reduction in price. no reflection on how much you dey pay. And the surprising fact, man, that the fact say now if you want for take bike, then go charge you some kind charge, as if there has been no reduction in what you pay for fuel or how then they buy fuel.
We got beaucoup for talk. We got a lot for talk. We'll take a last pick for today. We'll get the Heritage newspaper. It says Salok and Nasit on infrastructure collaboration. Main Banda headline story reads, it says Youth Affairs Minister signs MOU to empower youths. Rampart logging destroys Upper Tambaka Chiefdom. Upper Tambaka Chiefdom. You see that we learned that the youth minister may recently go to South Korea.
South Korea.
Yes, where you go learn about this is it's farming. Go learn about farming, how they empower themselves for they empower the youth them for land farming and smart farming. That's the word, smart farming. And so with that, I guess you don't get a lot of ideas, and it will come for can share the idea there. And so I think they don't sign an MOU with the South Korea government to see how they can come back home and come relate some of the things that we don't go learn from the whites and see how we self-capable for with the youth themselves, all the youth themselves can learn a lot about actually. So,
however, it's a great move there. Looking at the situation, we watch with Youth Monday right now, things are actually going south for them. So, I mean, he's new, he just come, he just take up the mantle, and arguably, people will tell you that the youth ministry, if you want to be strong, you have to deal with the youths. And the youth ministry, Thoska, for push for all of those things. I think he went all the way to the eastern part of the world for actually go get knowledge there. But I think if only the implementation, waiting to go learn, or however things happen there, I can implement in a salon, it go fine for even the young kids the way that they come on, because now we are made for understand. If I not study agriculture, for example, I had little or no understanding about farming there also. But whereas you get certain set of people around the world, we go tell you, say, even when in America, give me small garden, be me do not. But yeah, so how many houses, firstly, then small thing where they go plant and particularly in Castle Leaf, where they go tell you back, say the small road where they get, don't make toilets there for the people in pass, so you know they for build the house.
okay, thank you so much for listening to me. So the headline review will come to you for today. And we'll bring a come to you. My name is James Kamamane.
Thank you very much, James, for you joining us on board. And thoughts on for appreciate we guests that we make into the studio. And obviously, the production team will ensure say we bring this particular program to you. It's the midweek edition. And stay tuned to Slick TV always, as tomorrow will come with a fresh edition for you here in the Today Show on Channel 37. I am Rabiatu Manzai, and have a lovely evening.
You don't tire for yeri boku talk with no substance or sweet talk with plenty lie inside. Then now, na the time for strip the headlines bare and tell the story just like it is. Brutally frank goes where others won't.